How to develop a custom Excel VBA spreadsheet using SQL Server in 5 easy steps by Dave Goebel. Code used in each step can be found using the link in the description section. Step 5. Adding a custom sum function and rerouting output to a new spreadsheet. This is a really nice looking report spreadsheet, but it's missing one important thing, and that is a sum function. All good accounting reports have a sum function. Let's go ahead and add one. Let's go ahead and make a subroutine to hold our new code. We'll call that step 5. Then let's go up and copy everything from step 4 into step 5. And we can just go ahead. Let's go ahead and delete everything out over here. So nice and clear. Let's start this thing from the very top. Let's just go ahead and let it run. Perfect, just where we left off. Let's just go ahead and enter sum here. And there we have our sum. Let's go copy it. And place this guy over in our code over here. Below. Populating the rows. Let's go ahead and put a comment on that so we don't get an error message. Now, let's put this guy in a cell. We can cheat and steal this code right in there because we know the last row is incremented and we are at this point at the last row. So we'll go ahead and put that guy in there, throw some quotations around it. Now we are going to have to increment our row number because if we don't, we will be dropping it right back down on the last row. So we'll cheat, we'll copy that command, go there, clean it up, go over here, delete out our data, starting fresh to make sure everything's working properly from top to bottom, and let's let her go. All right, let's see, back where we started. Let's increment, take a look at this row counter. We can see it's 17 there, but let's put it in a watch. 17. And let's go, let's see, put that guy right down, right there, perfect. So let it finish. There's one problem with this sum function. It's hard-coded directly to this spreadsheet and the number of rows. Of course, when we let this loose into production, we're not going to know how many rows we have. It could be how many, never know. So we need to modify our sum to replace the 16 with the number of rows. So let me go and show you how to do that. Now we know we want to have this 16 of the F16 be the actual number of rows, the distance in our range. I have code that'll do that, so I'm just going to copy that in here and show you this code. I could break it down piece by piece and bore you, but I'm just going to get right to the point. Let me comment this out. So what we've done is we've taken these 2 lines of code and we've replaced it with these 3. I've created a string variable, and in the string variable, I have the original sum function, and I've broken out the 16 portion and use the row number. Can't use the actual row number in its existing state because it's an integer and it'll cause this to crash. So what we do is we use the cstring function to convert it to an actual function, of an actual character string. And then we will reassemble this and we'll put that in the cell. But as we put it in the cell, we will increment the row by 1 number placing it at the very bottom in the 6th column. So let me go ahead and give that a try here. Back to our spreadsheet, back where we were before. Run 1. Okay, let's put this in the watch to see what it looks like. And you can see right there, there's our custom made sum function with the number 16 in it. So let's go ahead and put it over here. Voila, 16 created by a variable, counted by the number of rows in your spreadsheet. This is a very nice programmatically generated spreadsheet, very portable. You can copy this code anywhere, modify it, and do a lot with it. But there's one thing about this spreadsheet that's kind of not as practical as it could be, is that every time you run it, the report goes right back into the same spreadsheet. So if you wanted to distribute this to other folks to have them use the spreadsheet, what you'll need to do is reroute this guy to a separate spreadsheet. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Just like the sum function and how we created that in the spreadsheet, I'm going to do the same thing here, where I just provide you with the code and then I explain it to you. Here's the new code that we will use to reroute the output to a new spreadsheet. We'll comment out these two and replace it with these 4. So you can see we're reusing the worksheet, except this time we're rerouting the worksheet to the newly created workbook. So we will also introduce a workbook object. Now remember in step 2, where I was specifically said we should use the worksheet object because it provides more flexibility down the road. And this is the reason. When you put things in an object, then you can bring them up. You can put other objects in objects. In this case, we have the worksheet, and now we're going to put it up into a workbook. And the workbook we will create from new. Now let's go ahead and give that a try. Let's go over here first and delete all our data. Make sure it's not going out there. All right, so our data is still clear. And boom, there's our new spreadsheet. Blank spreadsheet. Let's go ahead. Now we're going to take that workbook, this sheet right here, in our newly created spreadsheet, and we're going to put it into the WS object. Whereas before, we were just using the spreadsheet from the sheet from the current spreadsheet. So let's just go ahead and let that finish. You can see, voila, there's our data in a new spreadsheet. Here's our existing spreadsheet with no data in it now. So now you're in a great position to simply come up here, save as, distribute it, modify this, then distribute it. With this, you now have an incredible amount of flexibility. Step 5, done. Project completed. Have fun. Ciao. Hi, I'm Dave Goebel. Thank you for watching my training video. If you learned something, please hit the like button. Questions and comments are always welcome. Enjoy.